I just want to let you know. Can I just tell you, sorry to interrupt, but you carry on, but I just want to report for our viewers. I've just had it confirmed myself independently by a Labor MP that the target will be 62 to 70%. Sorry, Joel, just while you were talking, I had a message to say that is the case. Sky News can report that independently. Sky News understands the climate target for 2035 will be 62 to 70%. A range, Joel, crack on.
Yep. Well, I'm glad it's a range, and I think it's smart for the government to make it a range because setting a 70% target, I think, is highly ambitious, and they'd be setting themselves up for fail. And let's face it, Kieran, they're going to be in government for a long time, I think, and I think, the coalition is in total disarray on this issue. But I was about to say, and nuclear, lift the moratorium on nuclear and let the market decide whether it's doable, whether it's cost effective, whether it can be done in a reasonable time frame, etc. So, look, the government did something good this week. They made a commitment to biofuels, a big investment there. Transport is another sector where we must focus. We have to stop focusing just on electricity generation. And you can be sure about one thing, Kieran. Governments will be forced to extend the life of our coal-fired generators further. They've been too ambitious on those closures. We're just not ready to allow those coal-fired generators to exit the market. So the challenge is really big, but we need more diversity in our responses. Now, the government's got a problem. It's got an international community, particularly those in the South Pacific, where you've been this week, expecting us to be ambitious. We've got an Australian community, which obviously wants the government to be relatively ambitious on climate change, but we've got employers who invest in our economy. We are a high-cost economy in a low-cost region, Kieran, and we can't allow ourselves to become even higher cost. And, the sovereign risk is a real issue here. We can't be playing with the safeguard mechanism further driving down that threshold. It's already hurting people. I'm not saying it's not a good policy. It's probably as good a policy as you might embrace to drive carbon down, but we've got to be very careful not to be ramping that threshold further down. We will deindustrialise our economy if we do so.
And Joel, unfortunately, and you pointed this out earlier in the week to me, that let's look at Redbank Power Station. You're a former electorate, your backyard in the Hunter Valley, having projects knocked back that would actually fit with the emissions reduction platform. You can't be knocking back projects like the sort that Redbank Power Station if you want to go anywhere near the energy supply levels you need and these targets that they're setting.
It's a perfect example, Kieran. Redbank's a 150 megawatt baseload power station. That's fairly substantial. It was built to run on coal tailings, that is waste from the coal mining process. Didn't stack up in the end economically and otherwise. It closed many years ago. And there's a proposal now to recommission it using bioenergy. Largely invasive species, would you believe, harvested from the land sector. That's a good thing for farming, and it's a good thing for our energy sector. But the Planning Commission in New South Wales has just knocked this application back because, wait for it, it's not convinced that the harvesting of invasive species from our land is not harmful to the environment. I mean, really? You can't make this stuff up.